Ɂiʔsuk. Hello everyone, it's Sarah here to read you a bedtime story. So I guess I should have said kiʔsuk. That's a new one I'm learning in Ktunaxa. ZIImiyit means night. We'll practice that one and some other Ktunaxa words through our story. I hope I don't make too many mistakes because I'm still just learning Ktunaxa. Tonight's story is a story without pictures, so I'm just going to read you a story. So if you'd like, you can start to close your eyes and settle in cozy for bed and just imagine what I'm telling you about. The story is called The Old Rough Stone and the Gnarled Tree. So we're going to practice the word nuʔkiy and ZIIʔsuk. Here we go. This story is by John Gruel. Years ago, a tiny tuck-ats squirrel had climbed upon the stone and nibbled some nuts, but before he finished, he was startled away. There, thought the nuʔkiy to himself as he saw the nut roll to the ground. Now that nut will take root and grow into a ԶIIʔsuk tree. I will have to lie here for ages beneath its branches. I wish the silly squirrel had gone some other place to eat its nuts. When the little nut took root and sent its tiny shoots up into the air, the old rough nuʔkiy said, "There, I knew it." And he disliked the tree from that time on. The old rough stone watched the tiny green shoots grow and grow until it was an enormous ЗIIʔsuk. "Just see how he pushes me up in the air with his roots," the old stone thought to himself. When the ЗIIʔsuk was covered with leaves in the summertime, the old rough nuʔkiy said, "Just see how he hides the blue sky from my view." And in the winter time, when the limbs of the tree were bare, the old rough stone said, "Just see how he lets the snow and the cold rain fall on me." One night during a heavy storm, the old nuʔkiy heard a crash, and in the morning he saw ЗIIʔsuk lying upon the ground. "Now I shall be by myself again," he said, and then he counted the rings on the trunk of the tree until he came to 300, which was as far as he could count. More than 300 years have passed since that silly little tuck-ats dropped the nut from which this tree grew, said the old stone to himself. Then men came with axes and cut up the tree and carried it off and away. When the hot summer days came and Ktunaxa beat down upon the old stone, he missed the shade of ЗIIʔsuk. "My, it's hot," said nuʔkiy. "I wish the gnarled tree and its pretty rustling leaves were here again to shade me and keep me cool." And when winter came and the old rough nuʔkiy missed the leaves which fell around him and kept him warm, "Oh dear, how cold it is," he cried. "I wish ЗIIʔsuk would come back and scatter his leaves about me to protect me from the cold." So years and years passed, and the old rough stone lay all alone. "I wish another tuck-ats would come to eat nuts upon me," he thought. "Squirrels are such knowing creatures. I am sure another might drop a nut which would grow into a lovely ЗIIʔsuk to keep me company." But many more years passed, and never again did a tiny squirrel sit upon the old rough stone, and never again did a tree grow above the stone to keep him company. The end. Thanks for listening to my story. Before you go to bed, I have a lullaby in Ktunaxa that I learned from the Ktunaxa learning lady on her Instagram, and she also has Facebook. And it's kiʔsuk tzich-miyit. And we'll sing it maybe about the tree. We can say goodnight to the tree in our story. kiʔsuk tzilmiit akitzlain. kiʔsuk tzilmiit akitzlain. kiʔsuk tzilmiit akitzlain. kiʔsuk tzilmiit tachas. We could sing it about the squirrel. Do you remember what the squirrel is called? Tak-at. kiʔsuk tzilmiit tak-at. kiʔsuk tzilmiit tak-at. kiʔsuk tzilmiit tak-at. kiʔsuk tzilmiit tachas. Could we sing it to everyone? Kabiniskil. We'll sing good night, everyone, and then I will leave you to have a wonderful sleep. kiʔsuk tzilmiit kabiniskil. kiʔsuk tzilmiit kabiniskil. kiʔsuk tzilmiit kabiniskil. kiʔsuk tzilmiit tachas.